Welcome to the Creative Journal podcast, where we discuss creativity and mindsets that lead to fulfilling and productive lives. This podcast features many meaningful discussions with others about creative lessons, how they apply to life, how they apply to business, and they all revolve around the underlying excitement and joy that we as creatives feel when we apply creativity to the world around us in our own unique way. I think that feeling is incredible. We share creative lessons in business, athletics, mindfulness, journaling, meditation, whatever the domain, that help us grow not just as designers and creatives, but as people. So get out your mental journal, fire up your internal creative software. Thank you for tuning in, and please enjoy the show. Hello and welcome back to the Creative Journal podcast. I'm so excited to have you guys here, and I'm just excited to be recording today. It's a lovely Sunday, and this is entry 16 of the show, and I'm excited to riff to you guys today on finding your target market and knowing where you're valued. So I saw this entry of the Modern Wisdom podcast from Chris Williamson, and his guest was Stephen Bartlett. If you guys don't know who Stephen Bartlett is, he is a multimillionaire entrepreneur in the UK. He's very African-American male, very successful, very well-spoken, very popular on YouTube and in social circles. He is one of the hosts of Dragon's Den, which is basically like a UK version of Shark Tank. Not as good, in my opinion. But anyway, he has a lot of great insights on business, and I heard this about a graphic design friend of his, and it's hit me at the perfect time, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Stephen Bartlett has this friend and mentee that he was mentoring as a business coach, and he was looking to sell his graphic design services in an area that just wasn't a fit for him. And I'm thinking, as I go about on my journey, how am I going about using these lessons? How can I go about offering my services and getting them in front of people that actually value them? And as you guys know, it's the title of this episode. So I want you guys to take a quick listen in on Stephen, and we'll riff about it later. So it's about finding your greatest value and going to where your services are very valued as a creative. So take a listen.
One of my best friends spent a long time in Manchester designing nightclub flyers, getting paid 50 quid, £100 per flyer. Yeah. And I remember in COVID being in his house, and the guy was like really down and out. He was like, something needs to change in my life. I'm 35 now. I'm still doing the same old thing. And his talent, objectively, his talent for design, incredible. But he was selling that skill of design in the wrong market. Nightclub flyers, where you might get a couple more people coming through the door, and in an industry where it was abundant in terms of supply of that skill. So we made this big wall in his house, and we put up a few things. Where is your skill set going to be in the least supply? And where is this luxury design style you have going to be in the highest demand? And also looking at industries that were coming into shore where his design skills could yield the greatest returns. It should be quite obvious as I say this. Dubai and NFTs. Artists suddenly came into fashion. The Web3 community moved to Dubai. So he picked up his life from Manchester 2 years ago, and he moved to Dubai. And this guy is making millions now, selling the exact same skill to a different market where it's in low supply, but it's yielding a greater return for those that hire him. And I went through in my book all the different industries, from writing to acting to creative pursuits, where if you just moved yourself from a different market, from the market you're on to a different market, you'd yield the greatest return.
Now, I know this is probably kind of a funny example for some of you, because me included, we can't just uproot our life and move to a place across the globe like Dubai, where people are paying exquisite amounts of money for something like nightclub flyer designs. But I really encourage you guys, and this episode prompted me to do the same, is to look inwardly and think, okay, who do I know in the past that have really gained a lot of value from my work? Who have I worked with in the past who have given me lots of compliments? Who do I really feel good when talking to, and I feel like I could give them so much more of what I've already given them? And who are the people like them that I could reach out to and get my work in front of? I really encourage you guys to look inwardly on this. For me, for example, this looks like reaching out to small business owners, people who really have an eye for trying to grow and start their business, that feel like the small guy. And this doesn't have to be industry specific, but it obviously really helps. So I like working with more blue collar type of folk, the business owners that kind of feel like the small guy, and because we can really relate, because being a freelance designer of any kind, you run your own business, and having that empathy with other people can really help. And as you might see, although they may not have the biggest budgets as some of these larger enterprises, they value your work so much that they're willing to make adjustments for that. And that's big because value goes both ways, and money is just an exchange of value. And if you get these people, no matter what their budget is, to see your value, money is going to come your way as well. It's important to know too that design is always changing. The public perception, especially when things like AI come around, the public perception of design is that it's not as in demand as it used to be. So coming to terms with that, how can you get your skill of not just design, but leveraging your knowledge of design, layout, general principles to apply to other aspects that people are willing to pay for? So it may just, like I said, a lot of artificial intelligence can take over some aspects of our job, but you can leverage this to say, how can I use these tools that AI offers and add more value to the concept of design that people are willing to pay for? So, for example, this could look like not just flyers, but websites, some of the more technical aspects of design, like brand identities, and not so much just the logo, marketing systems, video, repurposing content, and really adding a creative touch to a business's outward facing content that doesn't just rely on creative work, but rather creative intention and a creative mind and a creative eye that can see what will get them results and give them the value that they're looking for. So this is my mission to you. Go out there and push yourself. Find one person who has either complimented you, who has praised your work, that has seen a lot of value from what you do. That person doesn't even have to be a business owner. It can be a family member. It can be anyone. And either ask them or reach out to them and say, why do you see so much value in this apart from your personal opinion? And how can I get this in front of more people like you? And you guys might be surprised because all it takes sometimes is one person. And that person knows a person. And before you know it, you can get started in an area of design and build your career from just being introspective and knowing how to get your work in front of these people that really value you. So that's it for this week, guys. Just a quick little thought exercise. Push yourself into the realm of uncomfortable thinking, and because getting your work in front of other people that value it is not easy. And so when you see someone that either compliments you or encourages you to keep going or offers you any type of money, make them your partner, make them your confidant, and build off of that knowledge. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please like, share, and comment. I do read all the comments. And be sure to check out the Business Owners and Creative Business Owners Essential Reading Database. This is a Notion database of the best and most helpful books. I've read over 100 books on business, entrepreneurship, self-help, and meditation. These are my most recommended titles, and with distinct summaries and links where you can go and download them for yourself. And if you guys use Notion, all the better, because you can duplicate this template into your own dashboard and build your reading habit. So thank you guys for listening today. This has been Entry 16, and I cannot wait to see you guys next week. Stay creative. Peace out.